It's Rob DeBoer. Hope you're having an awesome week. This is your Friday fitness tip from Prove It. And yes, welcome to the jungle, also known as the skeptical fitness industry. There's a few questions that continue to come up about Keto OS, the ketone operating system with Prove It, our exogenous ketone supplement. But what we thought would be going out into the consumer market, finding an expert, someone that has looked at Keto OS, has objections and questions, and hopefully address those. So today I want you to welcome in, this is Joey Vitro. Joey, why don't you introduce yourself and what are the questions or what are the obstacles you're struggling with our product? Okay, well, as Rob was saying, my name is Joey Vitro, and I'm a dietitian, I'm a nutritionist, I'm a strongman, I'm a bodybuilder, I'm an elite athlete. I mean, I pretty much know it all. As a matter of fact, let me take my headphones off because I am in beast mode. I just got done training. As a matter of fact, let me turn off beast mode because you are in the jungle. I mean, the jungle, this is a hardcore training gym, and I do want to ask you some questions about that Keto OS product that y'all are selling. You know, because I've known nutrition for a long time, and number one, I know it's impossible to get into ketosis in an hour, but whatever, that's another conversation for another day. My question is, what makes your product any different than coconut oil? You know, I've been reading a lot about coconut oil in the news and some of the blogs I subscribe to, and you know, I just heard that Keto OS puts you into a state of ketosis in an hour. Well, I can do the same thing with coconut oil. As a matter of fact, you know, when I look at coconut oil, I bought this product for $7.50. I'm not talking about $750 or whatever it is y'all are charging. This is $7.50. And so my question is, what can you do with your Keto OS product that I can't do with ketones from my coconut oil that I bought at Costco? So Joey, that is a common question, and it's a good question. It's a question that several of us had, myself included, early on. But since we've launched this product, September of 2015, we've learned a lot, and hopefully we can share with you an answer that works and makes sense. So Joey asked a great question. That is, what's the difference between coconut oil and Keto OS from Prove It? Because coconut oil has been so prevalent in the news lately, talking about how it elevates levels of ketones, how does it do that? Well, there is a fat or a lipid, which is basically a fat in coconut oil, called an MCT, or a medium chain triglyceride. And the fancy way of breaking that down is it's a glycerol backbone, and then it's got carbon atoms connected to that, or carbon chains connected to it. So MCT, medium chain triglyceride, means it's got between 6 and 11 or 12 carbon atoms as a tail or a chain. And anything above that, long chain triglycerides, would be 12, 13 and above. Now, what's important to note is MCTs become very powerful energy source because they can penetrate the intestinal wall and go directly into your portal vein. So they can convert into energy rather quickly. So the answer is coconut oil is a percentage of MCTs, but then we have to look at what chain. In other words, there's C6, 8, 10, and 12. 6 would maybe burn the throat. C8 is probably the most pure. It's got 8 carbons connected, and that's better known as caprylic acid. So it's pure MCTs with a C8 chain. Now, when we look at coconut oil, we have to wonder, is it a C6, 8, 10, 12? And typically, because of cost, because of quality, most coconut oils aren't as pure with MCTs as, say, the Keto OS product. number one. Number two, if we look at and compare the two as far as an energy source, Joey mentioned how they both will create ketones in the body. Well, we need to look at a serving of Keto OS compared to the amount of coconut oil one would have to take for the level of ketones to equal each other. So, Joey, you mentioned cost and effectiveness, that your product can basically, or not your product, but coconut oil can basically accomplish what Keto OS is. First of all, Keto OS has beta hydroxybutyrate. That's a ketone, as well as MCT powder. So between those two ingredients, we can put you into a state of ketosis in an hour. And more importantly, we can do it with a simple serving of 110 calories. Now, in contrast, coconut oil is not pure MCT. We don't know what chain of MCT it is. And above all, to accomplish what 110 calories of Keto OS would do to put you into a state of ketosis, you would have to use several servings of coconut oil. And here's the problem. Now you're accountable for several servings of calories. Cost effectiveness no longer makes sense. And above all else, it's not palatable. In other words, anybody that takes the amount of coconut oil required to raise your level of ketones the way Keto OS can would have GI issues. In other words, it would upset their stomach and upset it rather quickly. So, hopefully that answers your question, gives you an idea, and we welcome you back next week with more of your questions. So, appreciate you being here, and hopefully that gave you enough for it to at least work for you and better understand the power of this product. All right, that's a pretty good answer. I mean, it kind of makes sense, but I mean, I still think your Keto OS product is overpriced coconut oil. You should probably just call it keto coconut, but that's another question. Anyhow, I'll give your product a try, and so if I understand you right, I'd have to drink or eat a lot of this. In fact, I could eat this because I don't need to mix it with ice and water, but I'd have to eat a lot of it. Well, that's okay for me because I need the calories. I mean, look at that turkey leg right there. Look at that. That's like a brontosaurus turkey leg, but anyhow, I think I'll try the product. I'll test it. I'll test it against my Butcher Boy coconut oil from Costco, and I'll report back next week. I got some more questions for you, but I appreciate you letting me come on board. So it's time to get back to the jungle, listen to a little Guns N' Roses, and I'll see